That way I've got record of them for my records. So we'll set that up there like that. And today, good morning. It's a Monday. Hope y'all have a good Monday out there. Just did my what's going on here? Says my live is disconnected. Let me check my internet. It seems to be okay. Well, anyway, it seems to still be running, both of them. But anyway, I just did my reading today on the Broken channel. We read 3 chapters there, and it's a little bit further up along in Genesis. It's around Genesis. I think we read today around Genesis. Left off at 48, I think. We didn't read 48. We wrote 44, 45, 46, and 47 today on the Wild and Broken. And I'm having some internet issues, it looks like. So hopefully this will stay running. But today we're going to be reading here on this channel, on the King James, Uncle Sam's. We're going to read Genesis 8 today. We're going to read in Genesis 8 today. So let's go ahead and get our reading done today. Today, Genesis chapter 8. Then God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the animals that were with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. And the fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven were also stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. And the waters receded continually from the earth. At the end of 150 days the water decreased. Then the ark rested in the 7th month, the 17th day of the month, on the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, the tops of the mountains were seen. So it came to pass at the end of the 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. Then he sent out a raven which kept going to and fro until the waters had dried up from the earth. He also sent out from himself a dove to see if the waters had receded from the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting place for the sole of her foot, and she returned into the ark to him. For the waters were on the face of the earth, the whole earth. So he put out his hand and took her and drew her into the ark himself. And he waited yet another 7 days, and again he sent the dove out from the ark. Then the dove came to him in the evening, and behold, a freshly plucked olive leaf was in her mouth. And Noah knew that the waters had receded from the earth. So he waited another 7 days and sent out the dove, which did not return again to him any more. And it came to pass on the 601st year, in the 1st month of the 1st day of the month, that the waters dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and indeed the surface of the ground was dry. And in the 2nd month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth was dried. Then God spoke to Noah, saying, Go out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing of all flesh that is with you, birds and the cattle, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. I'm having issues with my internet. It's wanting to kick me out today. So bear with me. And Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked. and your sons' wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing of all flesh that is with you, birds, cattle, every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, so that they may abound on the earth, and be fruitful and multiply on the earth. So Noah went out, and his sons and his wives and his sons' wives with him, every animal, every creeping thing, every bird, and whatever creeps on the earth according to their families went out of the ark. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took every clean animal of every clean bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a soothing aroma. Then the Lord said in his heart, I will deliver again. I will never again. Never again. The Lord said, listen to me, people, I will never again destroy every living thing as I have done, while the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, all day and night shall not cease. Looks like I'm still having some issues with my live for some reason today. I don't know what's going on, but it's keeps giving me TikTok Live Studio Live disconnected. So we're going to click out of that for now. Well, it's acting stupid. Hopefully that doesn't kick me out. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully this thing will start working right. But anyway, that was chapter 8. We just finished up chapter 8, and I think I need to do a 25-minute long video here. So we're going to go ahead and read chapter 9 today and burn up a little bit of time with chapter 9. But I am going to get up for just a minute. I'm going to turn the TV on and kind of read what's going on in the news today, because this is not only just a biblical channel, it's a political channel. So let me turn my news on. We'll see what the highlights is for the day. Read the bottom of the screens. Might need a little spot here where I can see across this board. Oop. Dropping stuff. Anyway, see if we can get this thing to work.
Belongs in everybody's bowl.
Why do I have to wait for payday? I should have access to my money when I want.
Alrighty. I think we got her on the news channel. We'll see what's going on the bottom of the screen today, see if there's anything pressing. Right now it's doing nothing but commercials. Let's see. Read the bottom of the screen. That's about all I do with the news anymore, is read the bottom of the screen and then turn it off. And I haven't read the bottom of the screen for 2 or 3 days now, because it seems over the weekend, it seems like whatever happened on Friday, they talk about all day Saturday and all day Sunday. And why this thing is keep doing that, I have no idea. But it just doesn't want to stay connected today. It keeps giving me these reconnect. So I don't know if it's because I'm recording this, and that might be making my internet a little bit slower. But anyway, let's see. Chapter 9 is not that much, so let's see what's going on here. I was hoping to turn that on and be able to read some of the bottom of the screen. This crazy thing just doesn't want to stay connected up for some reason. That's something interesting. There's an animated movie coming out on December 19th. I've already I've already got me and my wife and my little boy tickets to go see it, and it's the movie David. The animated movie David is going to be coming out December 19th in theaters. It's going to debut the same day as the Avatar. So please, if you're got any little ones or anything like that, take them to see David. The Avatar is more of a grown-up movie. Granted, the little ones like it. I get it. They're into the Avatar thing. But go check out David, the animated movie David, about King David. So, this ain't the channel I thought it was. Let me see if I can get the right channel on the TV. Okay, White House report, Trump wants to fire known fake news. Supreme Court hears fight over Trump's power to fire the FTC members. DOJ blasts Virginia judge for bias against Lindsey Hogan. Senate GOP chairs push health savings account plans. Mother of hostage, Israel won't heal until he's back. Congress wants military to use helicopter alerts near D.C. Maine whistleblower alleges fraud in state's Medicaid program. Watchdog chair action runs uncensored political operation. The Gallup ACA approval up ahead of subsidy deadline. Top court turns away appeal of Texas library book ban. Trump rips Paramount rep Green and somebody else. U.S. envoy meets Greenland officials. That's big. Greenland's got a lot of rare earth minerals, and Greenland is actually needed to help protect our borders. I am tired of this thing disconnecting and reconnecting. I don't know what's causing it to do that today. I haven't had that problem. Now all of a sudden we've got that problem. But Greenland's a big thing because we need that for our defense system. We got I do believe there's a base up there already, but it's much needed for our defense. Because if rockets get used, Greenland will be a big part of the defense system, the new defense system, the Golden Dome. So we need Greenland for that. So anyway, I think that was most of the stuff that's scrolling across the bottom. Didn't hear anything about Ukraine or Russia. And I think the Pete Hegseth thing is finally blew past. I didn't see anything about it. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and read chapter 9 today. God's promise to Noah. And anyway, God's promise to Noah, chapter 9. So God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth, and the fear of you and the dread of you shall be on every beast of the earth, on every bird of the air, on all that move on the earth, and all the fish of the sea. They are given into your hand. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. Everything that moves. Let's read that again. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be on every beast of the earth, on every bird of the air, on all that moves on the earth, and all the fish of the sea. They are given into your hand. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. This is I think somebody's got a problem with me reading the Bible on TikTok in a live, because I'm getting all kinds of stuff. But anyway, shall be food for you. That's big. That's big, because some people say there's certain fish, like catfish, you're not supposed to eat. Well, this here says you can eat it. Everything on the earth, everything of the air and of the sea is made for us to eat. And this is God talking to Noah right now, all the way back to Noah. I have given you all things as even green herbs, but you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is its blood. It means you can't eat things with blood in it. You need to cook it till it's done. Surely for your lifeblood I will demand a reckoning from the hand of every beast. I will require it from the hand of man. From the hand of every man's brothers I will require the life of man. Whoever sheds man's blood, by the man his blood shall be shed. For the image of God he made man. And as for you, be fruitful and multiply. Bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply it. Then God spoke to Noah and said to his son with him, saying, And as for me, behold, I establish my covenant with you and your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the cattle, and every beast of the earth with you, of all that go out of the ark, every beast of the earth. This I establish my covenant with you. Never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood. Never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the sign of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. I set my rainbow. God said, I set God's rainbow. It's not LGBTQ. It's not transgenderism. And we as Christians need to take it back. We need to take it back. This is the sign of the covenant which I make between me and you. At that time, Noah and his family was the only living souls on the earth, which, if we track our generation, our genealogy back, you're going to find that we're all related to Noah in some form, way, or fashion. This is a sign that God gave to us even to this day. Me and you and every creature that is with you, with you for perpetual generations. I set my rainbow. God specifically speaking to Noah, saying, I, as in God, set my, which is God, rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be a sign of my covenant between me, which is God talking, and the earth. It's not the LGBTQ's rainbow. It is God's rainbow. God's rainbow. And it needs to be that way again. And all these other little people that want to walk around and hold up a rainbow flag and in support of an agenda that God does not approve of. God doesn't approve of your transgender ideology or your LGBTQ lifestyles. God does not approve of that in this book. And this book that I'm reading out of has had a lot of scrutiny over the years, but it has also been the book that is been proven more factually right through history and through science, that most all of this has been proven by science to be true. There has been a flood that covered all the earth. It's not only been in the Bible, but it's in pieces of this is in other religions. Talks about Noah and the flood and the rainbows and being God's sign to mankind that he will never flood the earth again. Oh my Lord, what is going on with this crazy thing? This thing is acting stupid. I'm telling you. I need to have a network. Huh? I don't know what's going on with this crazy thing today. But anyway, we're going to try to get hooked back up here. And it shall be, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud, and I will remember my covenant. That's a sign for God. When he sees a rainbow, that's to remind God of the covenant that he has with man, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. The waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. The rainbow shall be in the cloud, and I will look on it to remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. And God said to Noah, this is the sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. And that's the only symbol and that's the only sign that needs to be represented by a rainbow. Because God has already claimed it long before any of these other organizations was around. It was already claimed. Now, the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Canaan, these three were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was populated. That's what I'm saying. If you follow your genealogy, you're going to find out that we're all related. And Noah began to be a farmer, and he planted a vineyard. Then he drank of the wine and was drunk and became uncovered in his tent. And Ham and the father of Canaan saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it both on their shoulders and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. So Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done to him. Then he said, cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants he shall be to his brothers. And he said, blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and may he dwell and serve in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood, 350 years. So all of Noah's days were So all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. Amen. Well, anyway, we're going to leave off there. So we did 8 and 9 today, and we'll start tomorrow with 10. So we got another 25-minute video on this, and hopefully before long we'll be able to use my GoPro. And Rubio had set me Australian counterparts over China. Lieutenant Colonel Bernie Flowers strikes followed rules of engagement. Looks like they're gonna try to do something with Obamacare this year. I just seen some highlights of it down in the blue on the news. I think the Republicans are putting a package together to try to come up with a better way to. I am so sick of that thing doing that. I gotta figure out why it is doing that. But anyway, I think they're trying to find a way to provide health care to everybody and do away with Obamacare, which Obamacare is a broke system. It's broke and is broke. It don't work. That's one way it's broke, and then it's broke because it has no cash. It's gone. It does not work, and furthermore, it's bankrupt. So they're going to have to come up with something. The Democrats, they want to subsidize it. They want to subsidize it because they got their hands in the pocket of all these insurance companies getting kickbacks. But the Republicans, I hope, just do away with it. I do remember a time before Obamacare when you had insurance and you went to see a doctor, you got to see that doctor, and that doctor treated you. And when you was treated, your insurance paid for it. Now, when you go see a doctor, you got to give the doctor his money up front. Usually, right now, for me to see a doctor, it's $50. And then I get a bill in the mail. And then, sometimes, after you go see the doctor, you find out that the insurance won't cover the treatment that the doctor has prescribed you. So you can't have the treatment done unless you have the money in your pocket to pay for it. So what good is Obamacare doing if you can't see the doctor you want to see, you can't get the treatment you want to see, and you get a bill in the mail to pay for it all? Well, guess what? That's not insurance, people. That's not insurance. I remember before Obamacare, people, when you had insurance before Obamacare, they didn't pick and choose what treatments that you was to get. You got the treatments. The clinics got paid. You didn't have fights with administration at a hospital or administration at a doctor's office because insurance is denied payment. I remember days when you went someplace, you didn't hear back from the hospital, and sometimes you didn't even receive a bill in the mail because it was paid for, and your treatment was paid for. The insurance companies didn't get to pick and choose what they was going to pay for and what they wasn't going to pay for because it cost too much. And I'm a perfect example of it because there's a treatment out. I went and seen a specialist probably a year and a half ago on my back, and there's one of the top specialists in the country is right here in the state of Arkansas. Very, very skillful surgeon and neurosurgeon, and he works primarily just on backs, and he's renowned for it. And I went to see him, and he was going to treat me. And when I got up there that day, I walked up to the front desk, and They called me up to the front desk and asked me for payment. It's a crazy thing. This thing keeps kicking me out. But anyway, they asked me for payment, and I said, well, and I handed them $75 because that's my copay for seeing a specialist. And they're like, no. They're like, where's the rest of it? And I said, what do you mean the rest of it? Well, it was almost $600 they wanted from me that day because my insurance didn't cover the shot that they wanted to put in me. And the shot was over $500. I drove 3 hours to see this doctor. Needless to say, I didn't get treatment that day and haven't been back to see him because my insurance is picking and choosing what they will pay and what they won't, and they won't pay for that injection he wanted to give me. It was 3 injections in 1 month I was going to have to get, and each one of them was going to cost me a little over $500. It was going to be almost $2,000 in a month's time to have that treatment done, and I couldn't get it done. And that's due to Obamacare. Every bit of it is Obamacare. And all you people out there that want to shake their heads, well, we don't get covered. We didn't get covered. But that was due to Obamacare. That's why I didn't get that shot, because the insurance companies, now they get to pick and choose what treatments you get. It's not what your doctor wants to do. It's not how the doctor wants to fix you. It's how the insurance is going to pay to have you fixed. And if they don't want to pay for you to get fixed, then you don't get fixed. And that's not right. It's a busted system. It does not work, and it is bankrupt. So do not subsidize Obamacare. Do away with it, and let these insurance companies fight for for your business again, and they will start giving you these procedures again. Right now, they hold all the cards because you have to have insurance. It's failing. It's a failed system. Anyway, I did enough ranting today, and we read the Bible, so I'm going to call it quits today. Hopefully y'all will tune in tomorrow and we can do this again. Y'all have a good day. God bless you.